Hey there, good morning. This is Tim Oman Gig, and we're going to talk about and going to be going over the proper ways to multi-app, or I shouldn't say the only proper way, but a proper way to multi-app. And so we're sitting here this morning. I got my Doordash app on, I got my Uber Eats app on. I've had one order so far this morning. Even though the Doordash was saying, oh, it's very busy when I first signed on, and that's the way it always is every morning. It's busy, but they say it's very busy, and you sit there for 20 minutes and you don't get any orders. So I don't know how busy they're thinking it is, or maybe it's just anticipation. I find that a lot, that you can't go by anything the app says as being even accurate or correct, as far as how busy it is or isn't busy. What do you think? Give me your comments on that while we do this video for today, and I'll be showing you the screenshots of the offers that come across, and doing like a Doordash versus Uber Eats type of thing, and we'll just see how that goes. Alrighty, we got our first order for Doordash. We got a $6.25 for Wendy's. Let's see how that goes. That's the little hidden tip indicator at $6.25. So it's going to either be a $4 tip or a little bit more. It's going 2.3 miles. So that's alright. Let's go do the pickup. God, that was a pickup. Gotta wait in line. Well, I didn't have to wait in line. It's just waiting for the order to get done. It's like, Wendy's is the worst. I almost never take Wendy's. I only took this one because it's the first one in the morning, and it was $6.25. So it's good enough for me to do, and the possibility of a hidden tip of $1 or $2 more. Sometimes, never tell. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll see if there was a hidden tip on this order. Right now I'm not getting anything over on Uber Eats, so that's why we're taking this, and it's still keeping me in the market area, or if Uber Eats pops up, I'm still in the area and close by. Alrighty, so we got another order here for $6.25. We're going to go ahead and take that. That's going from Bojangles. Just finish that other one up. There was a hidden tip on that. It was only 50 cents, but that's 50 cents I wasn't expecting, and I'm happy to I was doing the delivery anyway, so it's like a little bonus. Hopefully this Bojangles, the lobby's open. If not, it's gonna suck. Because their drive-thru line at this time of the morning, people always wanting to get their food before they hit to work. They'll show you that there was that $6.75 showing there with that hidden tip on there. So let's go do the next. Alright, so we got here at the Bojangles, and their lobby's closed, so we're gonna have to go through the drive-thru. This going to be a sucky morning. But here's a tip on that. Since we're sitting here on the drive-thru line and we're on this Doordash order, does not mean, since we're multi-apping, I can still get in orders from the Uber Eats side, because this delivery is staying right here in town. It's not even going but from this Bojangles to a half mile or about a mile down the road on the main road here. So this is still keeping me in line, and so I don't have no problem sitting here waiting, because if I decline the order or I rejected it because I have to sit there and waste time, yeah, I could potentially get another Doordash order, but usually in the morning time, it's not like the lunch rush where you're boom, 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 boom. So you kind of like take these when you get them at $6.25, especially for that hidden tip. And while I'm sitting here waiting, I can still be getting Uber Eats orders. So that's a benefit of it as well, because I'm still here in town and by all the restaurants, so I'm available for Uber Eats. So that's going to be a plus. Now, just like I was saying, I just got in an Uber Eats stacked Chick-fil-A. So, you know, and it's going to be a total of $20 or $17.83 for that stacked order. So, you know, while I'm sitting here waiting, I can either sit there and do one of two things. I can go ahead and cancel this order, but then my ratings will drop, and I've already did a couple yesterday, and I try to minimize how many I do a week so I can keep my completion rate up above 90. I don't like it going down below that. This being we'll be able to take care of this no problem, so there shouldn't be any issues, because like I said, this delivery is going to be going right by the Chick-fil-A. So go there to the Chick-fil-A, pick up those 2 orders, and then get out and go. So we're good to go. Alright, so we did that drop off. There was no hidden tip. It was just a $4 tip, which is still good. You know, for going a mile, $6.25 from the restaurant to here. So that ain't too bad. Let's get this stacked Uber Eats order. Alright, so we got that stacked order picked up, and now we're going to go out and do the deliveries. While I'm doing these deliveries for Uber Eats, one of the things I do is, I know a lot of people say don't, or they don't. It's not a don't, but my preference, I'll pause DoorDash. DoorDash is the only one I will ever pause or put on pause. I will never pause Uber Eats. I'm always, you know, always have my thing open for Uber Eats because their offers are always better. So yeah, I may be missing out on a DoorDash, but I'll turn DoorDash back on once I'm on my way to do the second delivery. Then I'll unpause DoorDash and see what goes on from there, so that way I can hopefully get another order in the queue if I don't already get another Uber Eats order. And if I do, I'll just see where it goes. But I don't like to sit here and hit decline on orders while I'm driving. I'd rather get to where I'm going and do it that way. So let's get these deliveries done and see what we get next up in the queue. Alrighty, so we got those orders delivered. So looking at it right now, sitting there going about an hour and 20 minutes in, hour and 15 in. We're sitting at $37, $13 on DoorDash for, and we also, and then $24 on Uber Eats. So not so far, so not so bad for an hour and about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes. Especially this early in the morning, so hopefully things will start to pop a little bit better, and we'll see how it goes. Right now we're just on a sit and wait holding pattern. Life of a DoorDasher or gig worker, food delivery. I don't like, everybody uses DoorDash has become like the new Google. You know, before it was Yahoo and it was Google, and that became the big thing. No matter what you do, when you're going to pick up at a place, it's like, you with DoorDash, even though you're picking up Uber Eats or some Bite Squad or whatever it is, they're like, with DoorDash? And I'm like, no, not everything is DoorDash, and everything is not DoorDash. So we got to get those other names out there. Push them. Alrighty, we got another Uber Eats order for Bojangles, aka Slow Jangles. So we're going to go pick that up. Hopefully the lobby's open now. It wasn't earlier, but usually after 8-ish they open the lobby up, so it'll be a quicker pickup than trying to go through the drive-thru. Let's get this done. It's a little over a $10 order, and well, we're going to add another one on here for another $7.50. So we're going to picking up the Bo's, then the McDonald's, and then going out and doing 2 deliveries. Like I said, the 2 combined is going to be about 16 something, almost $16.50, $17 for the 2. So that's a nice little stack, especially here in the morning time. So we're going to get this taken care of. Like I said, even though I get better quantity of orders from DoorDash, I get better quality out of my Uber Eats. That's why I never turn that app off. I always keep it on. while I'm doing deliveries, because I'll take whatever. I take my acceptance rate probably on Uber Eats for my market, in my market area, is in the high 90s. I very rarely decline an order, because I'm getting low mileage, good pay, so it is worth it. So how is it in your market? How is Uber Eats in your market? Everybody talks about Doordash. Let's talk about Uber Eats. How is Uber Eats in your market? If you have a lot of drivers, I can see there being less good orders, because the more drivers they have available, the lower they're going to be bringing in the offers. I can get that. It looks like the Bojangles is closed, or still going drive-thru. So we're going to sit here and do this, and we'll just go ahead and take care of it like this morning. You know, that's got $20 worth of orders, and it's going to take me, I'll be here 6 minutes, and then I'm a block away from the McDonald's. That order will be ready, so it's just, and that won't be a grab and go, so it's all going to be sitting pretty here for us, and I just have to waste a few times here on the drive-thru line. We're going through this and checking what I'm picking up and who I'm picking up for. I know these, I've delivered to these people multiple times, so yeah, this is going to be a quick drop off. 3 miles total round trip. 3 miles total round trip. So yeah, they can't beat that. For this, one's a mile down, or half a mile down the road off one of the other highways, and then from there the other one's a mile from that going back one way. So yeah, it's a mile and a half away, and I'll be a mile and a half back. That's 3 miles round trip. For, like I say, $16. Try to get that with DoorDash. Try it. It doesn't happen, and if it does, it's a rarity. You know, to get that $16 doing on DoorDash, you're going to do almost 8-9 miles. So let's get this going. Got those 2 deliveries done, so let's take a look, see how we're sitting. Here's we are on Uber Eats. They're showing I've done 5 trips. Now there's still about $13 in outstanding tips, because they have 1 hour to adjust on any of that. So those should, as long as I don't get tip baited, that should bring it up to 40. And we're sitting at $13 for 2 deliveries on DoorDash. So we've done a total of 7 orders in 2 hours. So that's like almost 3.5 orders per hour, and we're sitting at $53 ish. So that ain't too bad for 2 hours worth of work here in the morning. Now it's going on. It's almost going on 9 o'clock. So yeah, we're hitting about the 2 hour mark. So let's see what other orders we can do before lunch. See where we're sitting at the lunch rush, so that way we'll determine what we're going to do for the rest of the day. Alrighty, so I've gotten, I did one other Chick-fil-A order that I didn't get on this. It was $8.50 for a mile and a half, which is a good one. Now we got to pick up, because there was $6.25 with a $2 hidden tip, so that brought it to $8.50. And then now we got doing a Panera Bread as another $6.25. I always try to keep whatever I accept is going to be $6.25 for anything from a mile and a half to under 2 miles, depending on the location, on DoorDash. So that way I'm staying in my area, because I am multi-apping, and if I go out of the area, it makes it a little bit difficult to pick up other orders. If you're going to be out of your market area or close to the edge of your market area, you want it, because there's multiple people that are also multi-apping in this market. So I'm not the only one. So if I try to stay myself confined, I can try to pick up as many orders as I can by staying close to within the market area. And that's my logic behind it. Let me know what you think about that. Alrighty, so we got that pickup from Panera Bread. It's going a half a mile. If you can't see on there, It's going a half a mile from the Panera Bread, and I was a half a mile from the Panera Bread. So a total of 1 mile staying in the market area, really close. It's a 625 order. Usually on the Panera Breads, it's gone through Panera Bread, so it's kind of hard to tell if there's going to be a hidden tip on this, but we're going to have to wait and see. Hopefully there is, especially since he ordered a 1.5 dozen bagels assortment. So I think this is going to, oh no, it's not. It's going to one of the residency halls, so this should be a nice one. Nice easy one to drop off. Actually, this is going to a bank. So yeah, it was a business, that's what I thought, but it's like there's a residency hall sandwiched in between two multiple business ones, and the way that was pinned up on the location, I thought it was going to the hall, but it is actually going to the bank. So we'll see what this, if there was a hidden tip. Well, there was a hidden tip on that. It was only $1, so $7.25, but still a half a mile from the restaurant. I'm still in my power area for pickups, so I'll take that all day long. I'm sure anybody else would. Let's see, we got other stuff coming across. Yeah, no. It's at the 625 mark, but the issue is, where is it going and where the pickup is from. The pickup is really close by, but there's no parking around there. You have to park in a parking structure and walk like a couple minutes out your way and then walk back, and it's like, no, it's not worth it for me to do that pickup, so we're going to decline that. It's a cupcake bakery place, and it's on like a storefront on the main road, and there's no parking on the road whatsoever, so you have to park in a parking structure that's next to it. You also have to pay for that parking structure if you want to pay in that parking structure, so it's not worth it. We've got our next order up, Uber Eats. It's calling from a ghost kitchen. This guy has 46 ghost kitchens at this place I'm going to be picking up. 46 different ghost kitchens running out of this one small little place. It's just ridiculous. Let's see, while I'm doing that, while I'm sitting there, I got this other one coming in from, let's see what this Chick-fil-A offer is. 3 miles, $4.25, $2 tip. No, we're not doing that for 3 miles. Sometimes what I'll do is, if now is the time of the day where I'll also start getting them stupid, ridiculous Walmart orders in. And since I got this order, I may let it just go ahead and pause out on the next order that comes through while I take care of this Uber Eats. Yep, here we go. Oh, that was already out of there. Another $4.25 for Chick-fil-A. I mean, it's going 2 miles. I mean, it's on the borderline of whether or not you want to take it or not, but not when I got other things going on. It's not worth it for me. Alright, before I do the wrap up portion of the video, I'm going to do the noon talk, where I go over at noon. One of the things I want to mention as a good hint, like I said, I keep my area tight, and we'll go over that again. You know, how many miles, you know, to try to minimize those miles that I drive. And one of the tricks that I do is, and there's multiple people in my market that do multi-app, and I know they take orders from Doordash, and they'll take those long distance orders, so I'll make sure I don't, they do, and they can be out doing that $10, $12 DoorDash order thinking, hey, this is a good order, when they're going to miss that $15 Uber Eats order because they're out of the area. And guess who gets that? Guess who gets to pick that up? Yeah, that's right, me. And I do it all the time. So that's one way. Another strategy you can use when you're, especially when you know other drivers in your area are multi-apping, is let them do those long distance ones unless they have the same strategy. But sometimes people don't think that far ahead. Here it is going on noon. So far today we've done it's showing here 83.65 with $11 outstanding for tips, so that's 94. We'll just say 94. We'll just drop to 65. And let me see, what do we got on Doordash, excuse me. Let's go ahead and I got 40.75, so around that one up with that other 65 for 41. So 41 and 94. Take the 6 off. We're at 135 for 5 hours. And a 325 McDonald's order that just come in. It's going big old decline. But like I said, here it is noon, and it's, you know, I got in 135. And now it's hitting to the lunch rush, so to speak. And my usual goal is 180 for the day, so I still got a couple more hours to go. And even though the last 2 days I've done 200, this being Wednesday, which is Tuesdays and Wednesdays are about my slowest day, I still was able to get right about 200, or about 190, 194 on Tuesday. I did 230 on Monday, which is always my good days. My beginning of the week, that's my best day. And so, I mean, I got a little bit of a cushion working there, to where if it does slow down, I can make it up and still hit my $800 to $900 mark and goal I have for each week by Friday. So I don't have to do anything on the weekends, and maybe work half day on Fridays. And that's the whole goal, is to get what I need for the week to fill up my budget and everything else, and go from there. Sometimes I want extra cash, sometimes I don't. But this is the thing with the multi-app, and as you see there, I did 40.75 on the DoorDash. That was for about 6 orders. Yeah, that was a little over 6 orders. And I was taking them mostly just $6.25, and got it about another $5-6 in hidden tips off of that. Almost $5 in hidden tips off of that, or yeah, $5-6 in hidden tips. So that's a good thing. Only one of them didn't have a showing a hidden tip, which was straight up $6.25, which was still a $4 tip on a less than a mile order. Do those all day long. I'm just curious. Let me bring up Stride and see what I've done for mileage for the day for that $130. All right, let's get that up. I don't usually need that running in the background. I just bring it up whenever I need to. And I've done 55.29 miles for $130. I'm doing a very good average today so far of that $2.30 per mile, which I think is really good. And let me just tighten that screen down. And there's my screen action. We're showing the deliveries for the day. Oh, and I'm just getting a Uber Eats order in, and I'm taking that for Chili's for 2.5 miles or 3 miles, but I'm about a mile back to the store, about a mile and a half before I get there. So once I get to the store, it's a mile. It'll be another mile and a half for the drop off. So for a mile and a half, even if I count my total miles, 4 miles, let's say 4 miles at $8, that's still $2 per mile. It's still keeping me really tight, and I'm going to take that. And usually I will just pause DoorDash for my lunch orders, because I sit there and hate declining all the no-tip lunch orders. So now I get to cherry pick, or I get to choose what app I want to do things on. And I'm choosing, I'm going to do Uber Eats. And that's the luxury you get to have with multi-apping. You're not beholden to one app. You're not relying on them to create the income for you, or to create those offers for you to make that income. You're bringing in multiple revenue streams into you, and you get to decide what you want to do and pick and take and things like that. So you got more cherry trees to pick from than the one cherry tree. Let's put it that way, because everyone likes that term cherry picking. So I have more than one tree I get to pick the cherries from, and that's a good thing. So we're gonna sit there and end the video for today because my video time is almost running out. Like I said, I do this on my old phone. So give me your thoughts, your comments on multi-apping, and what is some of the hints and tricks that you do when you multi-app. For me, is I figure out which one for the day is going the best for me, and I follow that one until it peters out. Then I start on the other one, and you know, I can flop back and forth to strengthen my day, and I keep my mileage down as minimal as possible because I'm multi-apping. And you want to stay in that area. You want to stay in your power area, your order area. You want to stay there. So, and you get the opportunity to do that when you're multi-apping. If you're doing one app, sometimes you're going to have to go out of the area or get caught. This way, I don't have to, and I get to pick those orders and be a little more selective and still make money. Like I said, we're still averaging about $27 an hour at $135 for the day. And we've done 5 hours, so that's about $27 for the day so far. $27 an hour. Yes, of course, that's before gas and everything else, but I've only used less than a quarter of a tank of gas, which is, I have a 10-gallon tank, so that's 2.5 gallons. I've used $10 worth of gas to make that $135. So it's about 7%, 7 to 8% is gas. Everything else, you know, I said a couple dollars for maintenance, for vehicle maintenance and upkeep and things like that. And I've gone over that in another video, which I'll have the link up over here at the end of this video on how to make it profitable. And I go over, I break it down on a spreadsheet for you. So take a look at that if you haven't already. For now, this is Wednesday. This is Tim, Old Man Gig. Peace. You all have a good one.